Hey guys, welcome to the What a Lad podcast, presented to you by Betcha. Here's a little sample of what's to come in this episode.
I didn't find rugby till a bit later, but when I found it, I was like, "Oh, this is the one." You know, when you find your one, I was like, "This is for me. Like, I love this. I want to put my all into it." Because I was a late start, I just felt like I had to be good in all those areas to give myself as good a chance of sort of cracking it. Consistency and like work ethic, I think.
Yeah.
I remember I was playing at like 16, 17. I was playing for the seniors on the weekend, on the Saturday, and the Colts on the Sunday and stuff like that.
Sure.
I think I jumped from level 5 of English rugby over one summer to playing top flight Premiership. I think I picked up like 18 games in my first season. I remember it clear as day. I was just sat on my sofa one evening in Japan, and my manager was like, "Would you think about Moana Pasifika?" And I think my first message back was like, "Can I even go and play for this team?" Sat there thinking something like this just might not ever come around again, if you know what I mean. And success, probably the last couple of years would look different to what some teams judge success on, but we're certainly building something special there, and I think if we keep growing, we'll be a force.
What a lad, what a lad, what a lad, what an absolute lad.
What a lad. Well, today I'm lucky enough to be joined by everyone's favourite English Uso, who just happens to be one of the all-time great lads. The tough and hard-working lock has packed down all over the world for his 249 first-class games. From captaining Gloucester in the Premiership to starring for Suntory in Japan, he is bringing all his experience and toughness to Moana Pasifika in Super Rugby. And by all accounts, he is an all-time team man, a great leader, and just one of the good buggers of our game. Pumped to have him on. It is, of course, the great Tom Savage. Welcome, mate.
Thank you very much. What an intro. What an intro.
Mate, you are highly requested by especially two Gloucester men in particular, the great Willie Hines and Tom Marshall. Massive fans of yours.
Yeah, both good men that I enjoyed my time with. So yeah, glad I didn't upset them along the journey.
And half the Moana community and North Harbour community now. You're growing a pretty good following here in New Zealand as well.
Yeah, I've been here a couple of years now, but it just feels like, to be fair, it feels like a bit longer, to be fair. We've settled in really well. Family are really settled as well, so I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And how have you found Moana? Obviously, you're not the typical Moana signing, but how have you found it? The whole culture, the whole move into the side? And
yeah, I feel just pretty lucky to be let into that environment, really. Like I was, at the time that I was striving to come over and play Super Rugby.
Yeah.
At the time, I was out of contract in Japan. The rugby market was like a bit of a crazy place back home as well, with 2 or 3 teams going under around the time I was sort of looking to negotiate as well. So I was throwing it out there to my agency that I'd love to come and play Super. Having had an awesome experience, life and rugby experience in Japan, I sort of, having been at one team for a long time before that, I sort of found out like what that can offer you. So I was looking for another experience on and off the field, and threw it out there, and it went from just like I remember it clear as day. I was just sat on my sofa one evening in Japan, and my manager was like, "Would you think about Moana Pasifika?" And I think my first message back was like, "Can I even go and play for this team?" But no, it all spiraled from there, really snowballed from there. It was a text message to a Zoom call to a contract offer to sign it up for a couple of years, and then fast forward 2 years, we've locked it in again. So yeah, I've loved my time so far. I think being part of something that's really on the way up has been special to be a part of. Success, probably the last couple of years would look different to what some teams judge success on, but we're certainly building something special there. And I think if we keep growing, we'll be a force at some stage.
Yeah, well, it's so hard to start a side from scratch, isn't it? And saw the growth, especially from your side last year. Like, had moments in the game where you guys were one of the best teams in the comp for games there. So
I think until you're involved in one, like a team that's in its real infancy, you just don't realise, like, behind the scenes how much that plays a part. If these things aren't running right, if your facilities, if your structure, if your home draw, like first season we didn't have a home stadium, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So where I'm used to, like, traditionally, like, you're playing in England, like, it's a non-negotiable that you win at home, and then it's like all of a sudden we're like, where's our home? Like, we
don't even have a home.
Yeah, we don't even have a home. Like, we can't get a fan base. Like, we're moving around. So, some of the things that got put in place the last couple of years, but especially last year, improvement in the boys, some real good players coming in as well has made a real difference. And it's sort of good to be a part of.
Yeah, I guess Artie was one of those players that you probably mentioned, and what an influence he had on the group. It just looked like he gave the group so much confidence.
Yeah, well, it's just phenomenal person and player. Like, yeah, he doesn't need to talk much, can he? Like, his game speaks for itself. He's phenomenal, isn't it? Like, I've been lucky enough to play for a long time now, as you mentioned at the start, but it's like not many times now you're like on the pitch and you're thinking, what has gone on there? Or how has he done that?
Yeah.
And he must have had 5 or 6 of those last season, or just probably a spectator within the game myself, just watching that and just, applauding him and stuff like that. So he was phenomenal. So,
Yeah. And what was the differences? Obviously, very different environment in terms of the culture and the banter, changing room banter. I know English are really big on their changing room banter. What was it like, those sort of things in comparison?
Yeah, I think, it kind of isn't different. I think like rugby changing rooms all over the world have got like, it might take a wee while, but they've probably got the same personality within the 4 walls of the changing room in each environment, whether it's an English, a Japanese, or a New Zealand, Aussie, Pacific sort of changing room that we've got over at Moana. So, the personalities are certainly there. Like, it might be less or more of them, but the guys are still there. Day to day, there's just like a couple of things that are a little bit different to other environments I've been, like Lotu and Pese. So just a prayer and a hymn to start the day over our coffee connector. But then, look, the coaches are driving a real high stand professional environment. So, it's just as soon as those things are done, we're into our day, and it's like most other environments I've been into.
And that's sort of the feedback I've had on you from the guys in the group, has been how professional you are and how you drive those professional standards, which is probably something that they've lacked, especially earlier in their set careers.
Yeah, and I think that was maybe like they wanted some experience in my position, and while they took a chance and they were brave enough to get me in, I suppose. So. Yeah, and that's the side of the game I've sort of just loved, that professional side of the game, sort of trying to leave no stone unturned in making the best version of yourself to go out there and play. And I just say I'm quite reflective. I've learned off some great people along the way. Like, you see, like, oh, this guy he's fit, he's doing this. What's that guy doing? Like, oh, this guy's in good shape. This guy's good at this, good at that. And I just bolted those on. Been curious across my time and used the resources that you've got around, whether it's performance-based stuff or skill set stuff in your game, and you just bolt those on. I suppose they become part of the day-to-day you. Like, most of the time wouldn't realise I'm doing them now. Probably heaps of things that wind my wife up and things like that. But no, like, they're super important to the rugby environment.
Were you always reflective, like when you're a little kid?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think when you're younger, you're just like, you're learning on the job in anything you're doing. Like, you're either getting told off or that thing's working for you or and this and that. So I think when it came to rugby, I thought I played all sports growing up, and my family played all different kinds of sports, and I didn't find rugby till a bit later. But when I found it, I was like, oh, this is the one. You know, when you find your one, I was like, this is for me. Like, I love this. I want to put my all into it. I think I was because I was a late start, I just felt like I had to be good in all those areas to give myself as good a chance of sort of cracking it. So,
how old were you?
I didn't really play properly, so not from no sports program at my school. I moved all over growing up, so I was in the southeast, born in the southeast, and there to about 10 years of age. Quite a built-up, busy area, just outside of London in a county called Essex.
Yeah.
Moved up to the West Midlands, real rural area, right on the Welsh border. So. We lived just our house down a little lane, but then the nearest town where my school was would only have a couple thousand people in it.
Oh, true.
School would maybe have like 500-600 kids. My primary school before that I did 1 or 2 years in when we moved up there, I think it had under 50 kids in the whole school. Right, so it was like a huge transition at like 9, 10, 11 years of age.
How hard was that for you?
I don't know. I think it was actually good for me, because I don't think my schooling or anything was going like that amazing. Not that it improved heaps, but I think I went to sort of this more local school, just had a bit more attention on you and a bit more help and hand if you needed it. So I think there's only 6 in my year group. So just easier to copy the people left and right of you, I think, just as the exams are coming in. So and then you move up to senior school again in a local area, and they're not huge sports programs there.
Yeah. But
got introduced to rugby in year 7 as part of the curriculum. And I think I was maybe 14, 15 off the back of sort of England doing well in the World Cup and things like that. Lots of rugby clubs were popping up all over. Mates were beginning to to dust the boots off, and dads were getting rugby balls out the shed and things like that.
Yeah.
So a few of my mates showed some interest, and I joined the local club, and I was just like, this is for me. Like, people run at you, you can belt them, you get belted back out in the mud. So yeah, I just loved it from then, and then sort of just built up from there. Probably trained for a year before I played at a local sort of like joined an age group system, and then joined a slightly bigger club. And then I remember I was playing at like 16, 17. I was playing for the seniors on the weekend, on the Saturday, and the Colts on the Sunday and stuff like that.
Sure.
Then got to sort of that age where, are you going to kick on? Just went to carried on at school, just at my local sixth form, sort of 17, 18. And then rugby again was improving, but the door was closed on sort of like any academy stuff or things at that age, regardless, because the only way through them would be like the sort of playing for your county, then the Midlands, and then the England setup, and then those guys would just be picked up by academies and things. So 18, I made a decision to go, or we found out basically he was playing a game of rugby, and dad was classic, like chewing the fat with one of the parents on the sideline. He was like, oh, well, who's your son? And his son was going off to Hartpury College to study the following year. So we went home and Googled that and just found out how good it was for rugby. It's got plays in the university systems, and it had a team in the league system, low down in the league system at the time. So they had courses that my grades match for, that they can accommodate for guys that aren't that academic. So yeah, I signed up and made it into there. So I went to Hartpury for uni. In the back of my mind, probably like every lad that goes there, to try and continue the rugby journey. Gloucester Rugby were based there at the time. They've moved over to King's Home now, but they were training fully there and had a strong affiliation.
Oh, sure.
So they would put academy lads with scholarship, academy lads to study and train at the same time. So yeah, got there, a bit of a rude awakening, because like everyone had the same idea as me, and there was just hundreds of thousands of kids. I felt for the tutors at the time, because they were like, they're trying to get you switched on for your studies and academic work at the start, and they're like, why are you here? And every lad's just like, I'm here for rugby. So yeah.
How many were there?
There's just like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the uptake would be. Like, we're doing they offered like a coaching science degree, which would be like their version of a sports science. If you wanted to get onto sports science at that age, it's like 2 A's and a B at A level. It's really, really tough. So like, if you're falling under that, it was a good entry level degree to have a bit of both at running a sports program. So yeah, went down that route, and I'd say there's like 300 to 500 lads just rocking up there.
Wow.
It's a big operation. They were running, like, when I was there, they were running 2 freshers teams plus some. So it was even a trial to get into the first year freshers teams. They were running 2 teams. Lads would miss out on that. And then they had a Boosa, like Bucks, which is the university championship. They had a first, second, and a thirds. And Hartpury had a team that was climbing the ranks in the English leagues now, and they've got up to the championship level now. So I was part of those teams that were coming up. But yeah, I went there just as a normal student. First year I was playing freshers. Third team, I think I got 1 second team game. Got invited back to the pre-season that next year, and they said no scholarship or anything, but just come and train off your own back. So I went along to their pre-season. I think I played second team, 1 or 2 first team games in my next year. Began playing for the Saturday side. They were playing low down the ranks. You play Saturday, Wednesday, which was just great fun. And then next year, I was playing for either of the strongest teams. So I worked myself up into the first team, or if the Saturday team had a really strong, really tough games, it was getting to the point where you couldn't double up so much because it wasn't quite as easy. And then in my last year, I split my last year into 2 because the rugby had really kicked off. Gloucester came and spoke to me because in my second from last year, I played a few A-League games because things have been going well. Actually, I think before that, I think they got me in for a line-out session with just like a non-23. Wearing a bib for a day. That went well, and then that got me an A-League opportunity. Cool. And then they, off the back of that, they said, you can, because we know you're studying, we can't offer you a contract, but you can train with us full-time through your last year of studies. And then in my last year university, I was captain of the uni, so I just built my way up over the 4 years. Yeah, and then that was it. So I got myself, I couldn't afford to stay and do the pre-season work. So Hartpury turns into like a facility over the summer that hosts like equine and sporting events. So I got they'll give you, if you clean the rooms for the changeovers and clean the beds in the dorms, you can stay for free over the summer on the campus. So I did that, and did Gloucester's pre-season.
Oh, far
So I was
out.
just doubling up for that opportunity just before my last year. That went really well. Like their academy crop, because I was like a couple of years older than their current academy crop as well. One of the boys' wife was giving birth on their pre-season camp. They went to Browns, and so they managed to sneak onto that trip because I think I was just a bit older and a bit probably going a bit harder in some of the a bit more physical in some of the drills. So
were you always a bigger guy?
I think I was always like tall. I remember being like tall and lean and pretty thick joint. Like I just remember I had like big thick wrists, big thick ankles, big thick joints. Like that's why I thought like rugby was like was perfect for me. So I've always been like tall. Like
tall and thick wrists.
Tall and thick wrists and thick cankles. But yeah, Dad's like really tall and big. There's some big guys on his side of the family. So the pre-season with Gloucester like went really well. I even stuck onto their pre-season tour like uncontracted.
Oh yeah.
So which was like just ridiculous. First time I'd been on a plane. They flew over to Browns and things like that, which was like crazy experience. And then trained with them throughout my last year of study. And signed with them the year after, and that was sort of like the start of my journey at Gloucester. So,
yeah, good.
Yeah.
What was your point of difference? Why did you get through and those other 500 potentially didn't?
I just think consistency and like work ethic. I think I think now when you reflect on like the way I play, like I'm not going to be getting too many man of the matches. Like I'm just looking to nail my role each week and know what I need to deliver on and bring to a team, and I can go out there and hopefully do that more often than not. So well, I just think it's just so important, isn't it? Like know why you're out there, know what you need to give to the team, and if you can deliver on that front, and if it is a point of difference what a team need, you're going to be in there more often than not, I think. Yeah,
really self-aware and reflective. Like
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And then once you're in there, like, were you a big footy fan? Like, were these guys your heroes or not so much?
Not huge at the start, but like I said, like I came into the game like late teens, but like just fell in love with it. So I just watch it and like almost like try and learn off the people I was watching off, like player cam people, like what are they doing, what the person in your position doing. All my favourite players are people that can do stuff that I can't do. Like all my favourite players, like outside backs and things like that, just like stuff I could only ever dream of doing. But so yeah, that's just the way it is.
And then your Gloucester debut, like what was that like for you?
Yeah, just crazy because it was a World Cup year, which again worked in my favour. Like a couple of guys had gone away, which you probably need as a youngster. You need just a bit of luck.
Opportunity,
I think Locke, who was there the previous year, had a good year, and he got offered a contract to go down to Bath.
Oh yeah,
they didn't. I don't know whether they didn't replace him or couldn't afford to replace him or whatnot at the time, which left a bit of a void with a couple of the younger guys vying out for that spot. I'd had that year training before and then had a good pre-season off the back of knowing what I was getting myself into. And a few guys went away to the World Cup. And I remember I got on the bench for round one down at Franklin's Gardens, which was just ridiculous because, playing against Northampton Saints, I think I jumped from level 5 of English rugby over one summer to playing top flight Premiership. So, I'd never played in a stadium before full of people. So just all these new things off the bat. And just I remember got half an hour off the bench because someone got a knock. And then next week, I think I started. And then, because the person who got a knock wasn't right. And then I was just in for a run. Guys come back from the World Cup. I think I'd been playing a bit of lock then. Then there was loads of injuries at 6. I got a run at 6. So I was bouncing between the two when I was younger before I realised I wasn't quite quick enough to play a loose forward. So and then it was just all of a sudden you're in that mix, you're in that competitive mix. And I think I picked up like 18 games in my first season.
Far out. And then you end up getting around 200, just under 200.
Just shy, I think, just tight, 192 or 3, I think, in 8 seasons,
Man, how good's that? I guess that's the thing about the Premiership. They're big, long seasons, eh?
Huge slog. Like you're just in for the long haul. Like, I think biggest one I did maybe, because obviously you're picking up injuries along the way. So I think, I finished, my time at Gloucester and averaged like 24 games a season. I think the most I did in a year was 35.
Oh, far out.
35 games maybe.
That is massive.
Yeah.
No wonder you're getting close to 200.
Yeah. So you can rattle off 25 a year if you're going for it.
Far out. And I guess one thing that's quite popular in the Gloucester community is the initiation, the milk challenge.
Yeah.
How'd you
Been
go
going for a
that?
long time. Yeah, I did. My year didn't even. We were in Browns in Portugal. I think, the year before I signed. Yeah, when I got on that first camp there over in Portugal, and they were kind to me. They didn't shave my head that year.
So you shave your head if you don't.
No,
do
like
it.
that year, I don't think they're in Browns in the training camp there. It's where they have the preseason camps, and I think it got to the end of the week. They're just like no milk available, so just like that was just pin you down and shave your head.
Oh yeah.
And we just looked awful because obviously you tanned up a wee bit. Not that I get very tanned, so just basically gone red, and then you've just got the whitest heads. I think there's like 5 or 6 that have done it in its existence. You've got to be a big
Really?
yeah. So it's
So what do you actually have to do?
consume 8 pints of milk
8 pints of milk. What's your time?
in 20 minutes,
Oh wow.
and you just need it last sip done on the buzzer, and you can be sick after that. But you've just got to hold it down. It's tactical.
Oh, you can't.
So like,
spew,
no,
yeah.
so you can't spew. And then you've got like big lads saying it's easier than it's easier. I think it's done on because I think the average human stomach can hold 5 or 6
Oh yeah.
pints of fluid. So
Yeah.
they've topped it up to 8. And then also you've got like one of the old boys, Charlie Sharples is there. Like
Yeah.
he's been bald since he's 3 years old. So he's like got a jagged, he wants everyone to look like him. So he's got these old pair of clippers, taking chunks out of people's hair as soon as they're sick. And then that's when people really start going, because you've got like little guys like wingers and halfbacks where they're being sick after about 4 pints.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the bin's in the middle and they're in a circle. So as soon as people are going,
Soon as one goes.
as soon as one goes, it's just dominoes and everyone's going. So
correct.
yeah, it takes a stomach and a resilient mind to get resilient
Is
mind.
that when Willie Hines lost his ear?
No, he was long. He's another one. He came with none. But yeah, you get the guys that are desperate to do it. The people like getting married like a few weeks later, and these things. Like, they're the ones that like they've been training for it. They've been on full cream for a long time.
Is it compulsory full cream
Full
milk?
cream,
Yeah.
It's nothing.
No,
It's
no,
eight full pints. It's
Far out. How did my brother go?
he was a no chance. I think
No.
he was early. He was probably a 4 and done. 4 and done.
Who have you seen do it?
Who's done it? A few props. I think Paul Dorian Jones did it a while ago,
Oh yeah.
just through vanity. A young lad like Charlie, he's not young anymore, but a young at the time, Charlie Beckett. He's basically balding anyway, but he looks like an orc. So like, he I don't know why he didn't need to do it, but he just loves it.
Yeah.
I think who's just signed the title? Is it Nepo who's just signed?
Nepo. Yeah.
I think he got it.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just
That doesn't
asserting his
surprise me,
dominance.
actually,
Just, but it's big boys that get it. Big boys that get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anyone slights manage it. Put it that way.
Yeah.
It sends you horrible. Yeah, there is an alternative as well. You can do your age in hard-boiled eggs
Oh wow.
just to fit. If anyone's lactose intolerant, they just really cater.
Yeah.
But that's like,
Is that harder?
yeah, you're dreaming.
It's 18.
I think I've seen
hard-boiled
like
eggs.
the big Valrapava Ruskin, the big Georgian prop. He went for it in the eggs, and
How old was he?
I don't know, like his mid-20s. He's just like, 20, here's a bowl of like, it's just like a mountain of hard-boiled eggs. It's just, there you go. Like you've got no chance unless you maybe one of those like food
And
competition eaters who are just swallowing them.
20 minutes as well.
Yeah, 20 minutes
Oh,
as well. I don't know what that's going to do to your guts either.
Send your farts.
Yeah, sideways.
Oh, but one thing they always do well over there is the social side. So I always loved
Yeah.
you've got your weeks off in between your long
Yeah.
seasons, and you always make the most of those.
I think you've got, because the season's so long. And I think because it's like the difference being, obviously, no way is wrong or right. I've quite enjoyed playing like the super NPC combo. It's probably more refreshing because you've got 2 groups.
Different energies.
Short and intense, 2 groups, different energy, like you say. But like you're in for the long haul, big slog in the Prem. You're going to get these competition changeover, where it's Europe or Prem Cup, or whatever they call that competition now. And they come with a few bye weeks. So I think, you've got to have some well-staged night outs and socials along the way. So.
Yeah. Any ones that stand out for you? Like you guys usually get away to pretty cool places.
Yeah, I think we've done, like there'd always be like a good group, like Billy 12 Trees during my time there.
Yeah.
He would always like take control and would do like a tour of the Cotswolds on a bus and be like fancy dress in mini teams and then reconvene, and the competition element of it was for no points. Everyone's taking it so seriously, but it's actually for no real prize that you've put yourself in a horrific state for. But yeah, it brings people together, and like they'd be well thought out as well. Like the groups, good good mix of like not just an older group, but like older, younger, some in the middle of the road in the team age wise. So yeah, you get to know those guys, which is important throughout your squad. Yeah, end of seasons would be a similar thing, just charging, getting hidden somewhere in the Cotswolds where you're not getting too much trouble and things like that.
And what about the old, was it a bus trip to go watch the boys play in the Challenge Cup final? It turned into your stag do.
Yeah, it was, oh yeah, that was an interesting one too. That wasn't, yeah, you've teamed me up for this one. So I think the Champions Cup finals were in Bilbao.
That's right.
And I think, and obviously end of a long campaign, I was like gunning for a place in the starting team. And I think I played the week before Sarri's away. I was like, I have to have a good game down here, like to try and get myself in contention to start in that final game over in Bilbao. And I actually came off with an injury in that game. Like I ruptured my lat in a tackle, just like a super freak injury that was obviously in reflection, comes at like a great time because it's one game, you miss one game and you're going to be fit for the start of next season, but come at a terrible time because we thought it was one of those that you thought you might have needed a surgery on. And then it turned out you didn't. So I was getting married that summer. Because of rugby plans, you leave everything last minute. We sort of had a group ready to go for a stag as soon as sort of like the season finished. And then, yeah, that turned into my stag. It was in a weird place geographically. I don't know why, but like Bilbao is really hard to get to. Yeah. And all the flights were saved.
Is it in Spain?
It's in Spain, yeah. So like just in Spain over the French border. I couldn't tell you how many hours because this is part of the bus trip story. But yeah, so there was no, so we flew, the non-23 flew to France. Yeah, from Bristol Airport through to France. Then we had like I don't know whose idea it was, but like a 10-hour bus journey all the way down to Bilbao, which just turned out to like the biggest day on the drink ever. And I wasn't too sure, but like I got to, on the way to Bristol Airport, everyone was treating me as normal. And then we get onto that, park your car, then sort of like the bus ride from the parking over to the airport, I get like thrown a dress. And then like all of a sudden I'm just in a sparkly dress, sequin dress on at Bristol Airport, and we're charging. It's turned into my stag do, not like and then on 23 end of season social. And then, then it was a public holiday. We flew over to France, drinks were flowing. And then it was a public holiday when we got to France. But the driver was like, I'm not going to put an accent on, but he was like, I know a place around. He went and took us to this microbrewery and he's just given me like these old, look like homebrew beers that we just like absolutely stocked up on, and just took the journey on all the way to Bilbao. Yeah, people in some sorry states along the way, some highs, some lows, a bit of truth serum coming out on the bus. It was like a bit of end of season one-on-ones along the way about what people really thought of each other. Then we get to Bilbao and it turns out we're like we're camping in a field because like all the accommodations taken for like Champions Cup.
Oh, really?
So yeah, real festival feel for it. So it's a terrible place to wake up. When you've had a big day on the drink.
And then you're watching the game, the boys play the next day.
The game, yeah, and then like in the town the next day feeling sorry for ourselves and like seeing a few of the boys pre-game and stuff like that, and just hoping like we just like get off the lads chat now, make our own chat. So try not to distract the lads too much from the important business.
They didn't win it?
No, lost it. Like Cardiff, to be fair, like boys were in control at one stage and Cardiff had a bit of a freak comeback. That's right. Freak comeback that year. I think we ended up, in my time at Gloucester, I think we ended up in 3 of those finals and only snatched one of them up down at the Stoop against Edinburgh.
Oh, that's right.
Like, good comp though, because obviously if you're not in top flight Europe, gives you something really, really to go for. Yeah. In your campaign, in your season. And
someone like Jeremy Thrush, you would have been playing with him?
Yeah, played with Thrushy, yeah.
What was he like going over to Gloucester?
Yeah, good. Like, obviously I think any if you go like from one, he was in an environment for a long time and then you go over to another one, I think it's like there's always such a huge bedding in period, and I think not until you've then done it yourself, I think you realise what that person's maybe going through, and even like a different style of rugby, like the way things are run at either set piece or the style, the way the game's played. But maybe, and then coming in, I think you've obviously got like, you probably put so much pressure on yourself. Yeah. But no, once he'd settled in and found his feet with the rugby side of things, boys loved him, got around him. Uncle Jerry,
Uncle Jerry.
I think his garage holds a few stories. And he held him end of season social in his house. So yeah, I think I owe him a sofa, some capacity.
Turned into your stag do again.
Yeah, maybe another stag, yeah. Only one wife, just to clarify, still same wife. Same wife. Renewed the vows.
So why did you move to Japan? Like, what was the move all about?
It was literally like, so it was the first time, I've been really fortunate like my whole time at Gloucester. So like I said, I'd signed straight out of uni. I'd signed, this was like all coincided with like coaching changeovers. So was signed by one coach, did a year, that coach left. I was only at one team, but had like 5 head coaches, I think, and multiple assistants underneath. But yeah, new guy was a big fan, and he sort of in my second year, I'd had a good first year, and in my second year, he was like, I think I was still on an academy contract. But like 5-6 games in, he sort of like sat me down and said, look, we're really pleased the way you're going. We'd like to extend your contract and this, that, and the other. So I was actually really fortunate. Like that year contract got ripped up. That last year of my academy contract, they bumped me up onto a senior contract and I signed a 3-year extension.
Oh yeah.
So it was effectively like awesome for me as a young lad. I effectively signed like a 4-year deal straight into that next season. Then that which then took me up to like 5 years at Gloucester, and then had been a coach and overhaul within that time too. But when I was out of contract again, I think the new coach had been up within a year, and I think that first season had passed. They come to me at the end of the season and said, look, yeah, really pleased with the way you're going. We'd like to offer like a 3-year extension.
Oh, true.
So yeah, was there over 8 years, but had only signed like three deals, and just really fortunate, like with the stability that like offered me as like a young person, just to be able to get a foot in life, really.
Yeah.
Fast forward that to that, coming into that last year, again, things have been going well. New coach had come in again and had finished that first season, I think, under new coaches. And again, they were keen to start talking on that next contract, which I was like negotiating with. But within that time, I think it rolled around into pre-season, and they'd signed a couple of new players. And I just wanted to see a couple of players in my position, so second rows. And I just wanted to see where I fitted in the pecking order, because I didn't want to go long-term again if I was just going to be on the bench every week or not at least competing. Like I can, like if these guys are shoo-ins and there's no way for me in, I think I would sort of reflect and be like I need to go somewhere else. Like I want to be at least in that mix where I'm going to be, if I'm going well, I'm going to get a start. So I wanted to see how it played out. So sort of made a bit of a plan between my manager and I that would wait until the season started, get sort of 6 rounds in, and then let them know. Had a good pre-season. First pre-season game, hurt my MCL, so I was like out for 6 weeks. Then that almost like prolonged that sort of first 6 game period. I didn't really know where I was in the pecking order with those new guys there. And then when things started playing again, my manager's just got a call out the blue I didn't realise they even had it, because it was so, I didn't really consider Japan would ever be an option. How many European players get the opportunity to go there?
Why is that? Why do no English really?
I just don't know. Yeah. Like, I think it was maybe, how the season structure changed? I think maybe the top league at the time used to run from September to Christmas at one stage.
Oh, yeah.
And then because of the 2019 World Cup, I think they basically had a whole calendar year off with a small tournament in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I think then with it then becoming a Christmas start to like sort of in line with also like Super Season and Premiership, sort of that May, June time finishing, maybe then for the first time gave them an opportunity to go after people that are in the Premiership out of contract, because the top guys may have already been signed by the time they were looking at people.
Yeah.
Maybe time difference, access to the rugby, maybe the style they didn't consider. Maybe slightly slower game in the like set piece orientated over in Europe, where they think that might not suit the Japanese style, being a bit quicker and things like that. So yeah, there's a few like things I still don't know myself, like how it came about. My English agent it was a learning process for him as well, because he'd never put a player over to Japan as well. So it was like heavily reliant on sort of like the agent's feedback on what team it was going to be. So yeah, so basically within that period I was injured and got back into playing. There just went for some interest. My agent just texted me one day and he was like, would you consider Japan? And it was a bit of a slow process, because he didn't know too much about it himself. We didn't know any of the teams and things like that. And it just, as it transpired, it turned out it was Suntory St Goliath, who were one of the really good outfits out there with quality, a real quality squad. yeah, and it just snowballed from there. And I think there's a bit of to and fro from Gloucester. I was actually really honest with them about when I was negotiating with them, because I didn't want to move anywhere else in the UK. I was super loyal.
Yeah.
Couldn't see myself at the time playing for another English team. I think if you're going to leave, it would have been before that. I sort of really wanted that team to go well, and it was sort of like your first love as such. Like, I still really support that team to this day. And then got this opportunity, and I just sort of like sat there thinking something like this just might not ever come around again, if you know what I mean. And I think I was 29, 30 at the time. And
Did you have kids?
No kids at the time.
No kids, yeah.
Yeah, we had been married a couple of years at that stage, was trying for kids.
Yeah.
But no kids had turned up yet. It's funny how these things worked out. I think as soon as my wife stopped her job, once we'd signed and made the decision to go over to Japan, she fell pregnant.
Oh, true.
And then, first daughter was born, first season in Japan.
In Japan?
Day, in Japan, Christmas Day, 2019.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. So it was an ideal place to have it, because Christmas Day is just business as usual. But crazy experience. Like, hats off to her. Like, it's a different beast over there. Like, care was super good, but like no pain relief.
Yeah,
just good soundtrack and breathe their way through it. Bit of back rubbing and bouncing.
And the language barrier. How were you?
Yeah, they would. I think you don't need much language, like when you're going through that, when you're going through child, especially first time. There's, you know how people are feeling through how the actions are speaking louder than the words in that stage. But honestly, it was awesome. Like, we went to one of the bigger cities, in one of the bigger hospitals in Tokyo, because it was our first time, and we had like two nurses in there, or midwives in with us, and they were awesome. And then obviously the aftercare is there. It's like next level, so it's like a bit different to home, where you get your home pretty quickly. I think she stayed in. They wanted to stay for a week, but she negotiated 5 days in the end. So you're a bit more hands on. If you're knackered, you need to sleep, they'll take your baby off you, and they'll look after it, and they'll help you.
Oh, that's cool.
And all the things that like pop up along the way, like where you might be a hospital visit if you're back home in England because you're so concerned about what's going on, or you'd be panicking the phone to your parents.
Yeah.
You're there, you're on site, and they
support
off. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And then I just remember it was like Tuesday evening, the drive over, because I'd never practiced the drive. So we'd always go get the train into like Tokyo, so it's right in the mix, because where Suntory's based, it's about 40 minutes outside train ride from like the Shibuya or Shinjuku.
Yeah.
You wouldn't drive in that often, because you just like, the driving's hectic over there, you probably know yourself. So I remember that first drive when she's like, we're on here on Christmas Eve, and it's like Rainbow Road on Mario Kart. But she's moaning about every little bump, and I'm just like, the bump's the least of our worries as you're suspended in the sky, 6 stories up on the road. But no, made it in, and it came 6-ish in the morning, Christmas Day.
Far out. How do you manage that now? Obviously, the birthday and Christmas on the same day.
Unfortunate. I've explained it to her now. She's turning 6 this year, and it's a dice roll. It's one present. I'm kidding. No, she understands. Yeah, I think as she gets older and it properly settles, she just thinks. Yeah, she's 5 at the moment, turning 6 this Christmas.
Yeah.
She thinks it's cool at the moment, but I think maybe as she grows a little bit, we'll do something halfway through the year just to mix it up.
Yeah, when does she have her birthday party with her friends?
We're actually going. We're going this weekend. So her younger sister, she's early November. So we're doing a double sausage, real Kiwi style, a sausage sizzle for both their groups of friends this coming weekend. So I'll be under the pump on the barbecue.
Mate, you must be right on with presents though, around this time of the year.
Yeah, I try not to. We learn like any parent, which like learning on the job with the presents, like try to go for things they need and they get real good use out of.
Yeah.
They just a frenzy with it, ripping things. There's no care for it.
Yeah.
It doesn't get used. So just we try and go for like stuff, like the bikes or the boogie boards for down the beach or stuff they're going to need, rather than the dust collectors.
Yeah. The things you're going to buy them anyway.
Yeah. And just conscious as well. Like, I don't know how long. Obviously, I don't plan very far ahead anymore.
Yeah.
Having done a couple of moves. Like I was in Gloucester a long time. That's probably our base back home down in the southwest there in Cheltenham, Gloucester. But Japan 4 years. It was harsh when you had to pack up there after 4 years and you realise how much stuff you've accumulated. So I'm not being a minimalist, and they don't go without. But I am a bit conscious in the back of my mind. You don't know where eventually you're going to end up. You don't want to be having too much stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Did you ship that stuff over from firstly Gloucester to Japan?
No, didn't do it. No, we were real fortunate. Like the Suntory was like they basic furnished an apartment, and then everything else from the end store, just the day so, just the day so and IKEA, just like racking your place up, and then but you still accumulate a lot, especially like in those real infant years. Like, 2 kids over there, you need so much stuff. Buggies and car seats.
Did you ship from Japan to New Zealand?
No, just like got rid over there, and then was home for a stint, and then my first 2 years at Moana, we just rented furnished, not knowing what was going to be on, and now we got a place, and we just we furnished it over this last off season.
Oh yeah, nice.
So, but just trade me's and marketplace negotiations and that stuff. I got a massive van and just did it over a weekend. So
good on you. And what about Japan? Like when you moved to Japan, how did you find it? You mentioned the speed of it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when you arrived there?
Yeah, it's funny that like people talk about it. Oh, Japan's like less physical.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you determine as physical? Because it's like, is it collision physical? But no, it's through the roof on like work rate physical, if you know what I mean? Like the game speed. So it's like just physical in a different way.
Yeah.
There wasn't obviously, there's just not as much emphasis on the set piece there. The weather's always really good compared to home. Like I think everyone back in Europe would love to play a lovely brand of rugby all year round, but you just, for 3 months of that season, you can't do anything with the ball. You're better off having it. So you really learn how to win games without having the ball or things like that. So that was just different. Like ball in play was probably higher. Like you're going to have more involvements. Game speed was a bit more unpredictable as well.
Yeah.
I found Japan, like, you're like, oh, easy, we're safe on that edge. Like teams numbers up, which won't be a line break there, and just a unit or a freak athlete. Just like then you're hosing back, and same in attack. Like, he's running into a brick wall there, but he's one of the world's best players. He's gone through that. He's made a hole, and then you're obviously on the front foot massively there. So I think a bit unpredictable with that stuff. Not as many games, but then like pre-season
long.
It's crazy. Yeah, pre-season crazy. So just big, different. And then you got like that lifestyle. First few weeks, or I reckon like that first transition period when you first get over there, is just so many things you take for granted that you can't, that are taken out of your hands again when you get there. Like, eventually I called it the Sandies because Tom Sanders from the Crusaders came over. That, and I thought it was like a couple of weeks before you sort of like settled in, you're into a routine of things, but he was a good 6-8 weeks where you just boys would be in the supermarket, you just see him there at night, like looking at a pack of stuff, scratch his head, throw it back down on the phone, scroll around, just like head lost, like, and then he sacked the supermarket off. He's in the Yaki again, or he's just having another donburi in the microwave. So that's when that got named the Sandy. He had the Sandies. So that everyone who goes to Japan, they'll know what I mean. Just your first few times there, just. You don't know what they're saying to you, like supermarket. Just like they're only asking if you want a plastic bag, and you're just like, I don't know, so rattled. Then you go pack it at the cashier. They're like, no, there's a place. Everything's just different. Yeah, park your car. You get like the barrier comes. I just don't drive over it. Just don't know what's going on.
And even like the phone bill or like trying to get internet, all those things were just so much admin. Your car, like trying to register your car. All of it. Like.
Guys there that have done it, people in your team are so welcome though. They're just like, they've been through it themselves. Like they just know everything you're going through. But I think another one for me is like, I had no one to talk to prior to going out. Like everyone in my team was from Super Rugby.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know anyone that played in Japan. Luckily, once I like signed up, I spoke to Willie. So obviously Tim Bateman had played a lot over there, and he was like awesome as a point of reference. He put me in contact with a couple of guys.
He's the king of Japan.
King of Japan, Joey Wheels. He put me in contact with Joey Wheels, who was going to be Joey Wheeler was going to be at my team. So that was handy.
Was he there when you were there?
Yeah. We crossed over for a year. Yeah. We crossed over for a year.
It's quite uncommon too, to have 2 locks.
Yeah, I think so. I think what worked out for me that year was I think it was World Cup year. The foreign numbers grew if you had 7s players.
Oh, okay.
And at that stage, it was really good if you could have 3 internationally capped players, but only 2 of them could be on the field at one time.
Oh, yeah.
Again, all this is like a learning curve, isn't it, when you first go over there? We had in my first year, Matt Giteau, Samu Karevi, and Shawnee McMahon.
Oh, true.
And one of them's got to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is like crazy. You're not like, and we could have like 2 or 3 more foreigners, non-cap foreigners on the field at one time, which I think, that aided me, me getting over there, having not been capped by England, but being experienced. And I think my numbers, like a bit of a numbers game around some of my stats for good for a couple of years, which really appealed to them. But yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's tough going when you first get there. Like I say, all the lifestyle things are a huge learning curve.
Yeah, successful side though, Suntory? Did you have success while you were there?
Yeah, we had that's probably just like one, not a regret, but I wish we'd the first year. I think there was a lot of player turnover when we first went in. It was the COVID year, so we sort of like found our feet. We had a slow start, and then we were really hitting our straps around that round 6 mark, and then the competition got canned.
Yeah,
then it was like real grey area for the first period. They were really good about they were like, get your families back. Like, yeah, my daughter was only 4 months old at the time, I think, or even less than that. And they were like, get them home because we just don't know what's going to be happening with the pandemic stuff. But they said to me, take them back, but come back. So I was back for about 4 or 5 days and went straight back. So, because England kicked off so bad, they were having obviously all these cases a day. They were worried that the gates, like the airport was going to get closed, or the airlines were going to get shut off, or they were going to ban entry from people from Europe. So they got me straight back, and we were just hanging around with a few of the others until the season then got canned, and then we went back. But
crazy times,
ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. I even remember now, like they got they had an English physio and English strength and conditioning staff in at Suntory that year, and myself and the trainer come back at the same time, and we flew back on one of the last flights that was kind of like allowed back to England. And then there was under 10 people on our plane, full plane. And then we go back into Heathrow. And obviously it's like normally the busiest place in the world. There's no one there. Like everything's shut, like all the food stalls, all the coffee, like everything's shut. Then drove back. Yeah, we carpooled together back up to the southwest, and we saw like 10 cars on the road.
Yeah.
Just didn't know, because Japan was operating as normal prior to that, with a few like advisory things, and you've gone back and you're hearing what's going on, but then you actually see, and then it was straight back into UK lockdown, which was like, what a time to be alive. Like, just crazy.
Yeah, and you had the 2 kids then?
No, we were just one at the time.
Yeah,
which actually then had youngest was like 4 or 5 months old.
That's right. Yeah,
and you can turn it into a positive at that stage. Like,
yeah,
we were quite like, we moved in with the in-laws, so had like help from the in-laws. Outside for your hour a day. They had a decent garden, so I think I bought some overpriced gym equipment like ASAP, because it was like that was your only way of training. Like that was like a real monopoly on gym equipment at the time, because like, everyone wanted it because the gyms were shut. So turned their garage into a gym. Would use your hour a day to go for a walk and get your runs in, and that was just life as you knew it for about, I think, 6 months. Then because I was from the UK and I left Japan so late, I got delayed getting back into the pre-season, which I was panicking about, but team was good as gold about it. Yeah, and then we had the next 2 years, I think. So we made finals.
Yeah,
and missed out both times to Panasonic, I think, by like 5 points each time.
Oh, true. Yeah. Lost the final by 5.
Yeah, by 5 both times. So they're a good outfit. Yeah, they're a good operator. Yeah, kind of one of those teams you didn't meet. We were at different pools throughout the year, and it was like always just build each year to us and them in the final. And they got the job done on the day, unfortunately. So 2 finals. My last season there, I think we went out in the semis. We had a red real early on, and almost did a job, but come up just short in the semis. So, but super competitive. Did super good there. Yeah, cross paths with some awesome people. Learned a lot there as well. So.
Yeah. Who stood out for you? Which sort of players, with or against?
Oh, just even like in the Suntory squad, like the list of 10s was a joke. Like it was, first year was Matt Gitto, then it was Bowden Barrett, Damien McKenzie in my third, and Aaron Cruden. Like talking like these boys like top 10 teams of all time, and learned so like even just behaviours off those guys. Like learned so much. Like Matt Gitto's work at like age he was at stage of his career was just like hosing himself in training, like in on the day off, extra fitness, just like relentless in that side of the game. Like never seen anyone. He's super competitive as well, and he just like in everything he did. So obviously that's eye opening. Like he's just, and you tend to find those people that have had phenomenal careers. It's like it's not by luck, is it?
Yeah.
Look at the work ethic the guy's got. Obviously like Bodie chilled as, but like awesome player, can just make something happen. D-Mac brave as, like not much to him, but like can go through anyone, will run at anyone and steer a shit real well. Crud's super cruisy, just awesome guy who plays real well. Got on with them well. Crud's particularly well. Like also you just connect really well with like people similar situation, like and you build good connections over there, because it's like you've kind of got, you're there, your only family overseas. But yeah, specimens, Tavita Lee.
Oh, yeah.
He's joined Suntory same time. He's phenomenal. Simon,
He scored some tries over there, didn't he?
Screamers. Just like a beast, just specimen, like can go through you, can go around you.
Yeah.
One-on-one, not many have got a chance. So Samu as well, just
It's too big, too strong.
just built like a number 8, like phenomenal. Yeah, built like an 8, skills of a back, just through people, around people, phenomenal. Yeah. All of them. To be fair, the crop.
Yeah, that's a cool part of it, getting to meet all those different players from all around the world.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you say, because you're all in the same situation,
yeah,
they become your family, and you become reliant on each other.
You're all overseas together. You got to be there for each other. Yeah, there was a bit of a baby boom in the first year we had our first daughter. So there was like a few babies coming along at the same time. So that was awesome for those. Awesome for our wives as well that had each other to sort of lean on as well. They're going through that's a tough period when you're going through that alone overseas as well. So it's
How good. And then you move over to Moana.
Like I said, sort of that time at Japan came to an end, and the rugby market was or time at Suntory came to an end, and the rugby market was a bit all over the place. Had a young family, and how Japan was working at the moment was like a real late market, and there was a real shift in wanting younger guys in to try and get them qualified for Japan. It was obviously a big play for them around the rules at the time, and the model that some of the successful teams had lent on to go really well. So there wasn't many opportunities there, and just my personality, I didn't want to go down the leagues there. I would know, certainly not at that stage. I felt that stuff, maybe that in terms of like the Div 2 and the Div 3s that aren't a full-time program, I just didn't feel like I was ready for that. And then I just threw my name in the hat. Home was a weird stage with a couple of teams going under. So I was like, if I could get over to experience playing some Super Rugby, I'd love to have the chance. And there was a few whispers here and there, and then Moana, the one that came in really hot. So good. Yeah. So that was like I said, it was like a bit unexpected at first, not knowing whether I could even represent or go and play for those guys, and then just snowballed from a text to a Zoom to a meeting to going from there.
Yeah, and things like the haka, like how are you around the haka? Right on.
Pure stress. Yeah, pure stress. Yeah, like first year. Yeah, just throw myself into it. Yeah, I think that's like what I learned the most about any environment. Like when I was at Gloucester, I was there for a long time. And I was there like senior player, had captained the side. And I think if anyone come into the team, so I think about it through that lens, like if you see someone join a team, what do you want them to do? And you'd be like, go in, work your socks off, buy in to whatever it is. And then, and the respect that way. So I was like, right, I'm going in here. There's going to be some things that are different for me, like foreign, like probably even more foreign than Japan, around, some of that cultural stuff. But just threw myself in and just, on the huddle, just trying to lock the moves down, and then
the moves or the haka,
lock the moves. Yeah, but no, that was it. The moves around some of the it was the far via my first year, which was a bit slower, and then last year the Tau Moana got introduced.
Oh yeah,
which completely different meaning, and that blew my mind because like far via was quite slow.
Yeah,
and it was like that was okay, sort of like. Just dial the moves and just hope you can say a few of the bits. Be loud when you can. So just reps. Yeah. But pre-game, I reckon I'm more concerned about that. Knowing that I just might get super zoomed from Sky Sports, and then just try and tactically move yourself in, and then and then my next year. So was that my next year the Tau Moana comes in, which probably more like a traditional haka in terms of like the speed and how it went, which was like a whole ball game. Everything you learnt the previous year out the window. But I learned this one that's like rapid with way more moves. So again pre-game, just a few practices, a bit of visualization.
How often would you do it before a game? Not every game, eh?
No, we just like the big ones like around like culture round when we play the Drua.
Oh yeah.
So maybe 2-3 times max.
So that takes the pressure off a wee bit.
Yeah. But last year was good because it was new for everyone. We like did it at pre-season camp, and then brought in a rule that we just go through like a 50% after every captain's run. So you just get a little rundown, and then a few in the evenings every now and then.
Would you ever lead it?
No, that would be. Maybe if I wasn't playing, that'd be easy for me. If I wasn't playing, if that's all I had to worry about. But no, probably too much. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that would go down. But if I got asked, I'd obviously throw everything at it.
Yeah.
And I'd panic like mad. Get it done. I'd get it done. mean, you see the lads like unreal, like people have been doing like the getting taught hackers from like my daughter's in year 1 at school. She's getting taught a hacker now. Like
Yeah.
she's doing Kappa hacker. She's like like class already. And, like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
love it. You talk about you're competing against people that have done this their whole lives.
Yeah.
And I'm the least rhythmic bloke you've ever met. I've just got to learn this in a few months.
Oh, I hope they zoom on you next time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just hopefully none of the Sky editors or cameramen have tuned into this. Hopefully it's not What a Lad fans. Yeah, just super zoom.
Oh, that's so good. But you did captain the group though, didn't you? Like you have captained the side, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Got asked to do that against when Ardy had a nibble this year, so against and it got thrown it a few times. Just like if captain went off, like that was more sporadic. Like last 20 minutes, like captain's gone down under the sticks or in a huddle, and they're like, "Yeah, mate, you lead the boys for next." So
yeah,
I think I kind of like I think I'm old enough and been around enough guys now. Had that at a real young age, probably too young.
Yeah.
Probably let it affect me a little bit much, but learned heaps from doing it at a younger age now that are just sort of give the responsibilities to other people, use the drivers in the team. So you haven't got to do too much into it, really. So
yeah, obviously shows the respect that you've got within the group to lead that side.
Yeah, it's sort of like one of those things you just during the week or during the build-ups that you do, you take it in your stride and you don't think too much about. But when you have a reflective moment of the season, it's cool, super cool thing to have done. Yeah, to have led. I think I've been fortunate enough to at least once led every team I've played for. So it's something I'm really proud of.
And that's quite cool advice around the when you are leading, not to take it all on, because I see it often when young leaders get the role, they try and overdo things. Eh?
Such a learning curve. Yeah, you've got to go from you're naturally a leader anyway. You might have been led your school or led an age group side, and then all of a sudden it's just a different beast at this level. But you've got so many good leaders. If you look throughout each probably super team now, you've got over 15 out on the field, probably like 12, 13. Those guys are probably their first 15 captains or whatever. So lean on those guys. You haven't got to say everything.
Yeah.
Comms up with the ref, try and keep good dialogue there and stay calm under the heat of battle's probably the important ones. But use your 9s and 10s, your D leaders, your attack leaders in those circumstances.
Like it. And how'd you end up at North Harbour as well? Was it just because where you lived?
Yeah, so that was my preference to go and play for North Harbour like that. I've been up on the shore since coming to New Zealand. I love that idea that with the provincial rugby, you go and play for where you're from. Yeah, I just love that that's still part of the game over in here in New Zealand. So that was my it sort of didn't work out. So I had to. The circumstances was until I knew I was staying at Moana, I couldn't go out and seek like an NPC contract because it wouldn't. If I was had a desire still to play, it wouldn't have tied in with like NPCs happening when a European pre-season might have kicked off and stuff like that. But when I re-signed with Moana, that was sort of like next move. We knew we weren't going to go home, which we did the year before over that period. Yeah. Family was super settled and things like that, and we're happy to go do the full calendar year here. So that was next move. Yeah, can we lock up an NPC opportunity? So, because I just felt I'd had a couple of big breaks from Japan to Super and then Super to Super. My first year, I didn't play any rugby. I just trained through. You can stay fit and you can stay strong, but you're not really rugby ready and you feel a bit behind on the rugby side of things when you hit the pre-season, and then, a bit underdone in the pre-season. It's just short pre-season here. So, but loved my first year at it. We obviously didn't have there was a lot of success in that season. It obviously wasn't in the shape of results. Like loads of reasons why as well, like huge player turnover, and this is all new learning for me, like crazy amount of like 2-week lead-in time into a campaign. We had new coaches, new playing group, young playing group as well. No pre-season game. And then all of a sudden you're into like a 10-game straight.
That's crazy, yeah.
So it's I think it's the unique and the real cool thing about it. You got some guys, like even an example, our team, we've got like a Mark Talia at the top end, like a superstar in All Black, and then you've got a guy who's had a really good club season. Yeah. And you've got to find a balance of finding a game plan that can suit all learning levels and abilities around that and everything in between. So, I think that's the super unique thing about it. Like I said, tough campaign results-wise, but some serious growth in that group. And the young guys was really proud the way they stayed on task throughout the year. Certainly some young guys who had some harsh lessons in maybe at times probably cost us games, but those lessons, they'll be way better years down the track for having a year like that.
And you played every game available this year over the calendar year at 36 years old.
Yeah, again, one of those things like you don't, when you're just sort of like in the campaign, you're just sort of like not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes down to luck. It's a lot of it's luck. Like you can do, which I do. Like I give myself, you can give yourself every chance, I think, to be available through the way you train and prepare, things you're doing away, like whether you're eating right and you're recovering, but like nothing can prepare you for like a one moment sort of collision type thing that can just happen, or a soft tissue because of something freaks happen in your load. So yeah, it's a lot of luck. Yeah, that comes down to it. But I certainly do prepare myself, give myself that sort of every chance to be able to be available around.
You look like you do, mate.
I don't know. I had to have a shave. I had to shave good. The greys are sneaking through now. The greys are sneaking through. So NPC made me feel older. Like,
oh, jeez.
It was just like, the young
You're playing with 20-year-olds.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that was like awesome as well. Like 1,000 questions a day.
Yeah.
You sort of like break down a few barriers and get to know the guys a little bit better. You're getting questions about all sorts. Well away from rugby, from life, relationship advice, and I'm not sure I'm qualified to give it. So, yeah, some people up on the shore making bad decisions, it's probably down to me.
Oh, that's classic. And what are your plans going forward? Like you've another year with Moana?
Another 2 years.
Another 2 years.
Yeah,
2
years.
Sweet. And Harbour?
And no, I only did Harbour for the 1 year because I just wanted to see. I'd never done that NPC super combo and just wanted to see how it went. A lot will be based on sort of like the family, and I've got to be realistic around my age as well. Like I just can't. You can carry on believing you're just going to keep going forever, but I maybe need to just come to a decision whether I use that time between the next 2 super seasons to do some life after rugby stuff, which I've tried to be as proactive as I can on, while keeping the main thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, post rugby, I'd love to just stay involved in rugby.
Yeah.
Even either a coaching capacity or like a performance strength and conditioning side. I've tried to do a bit of work experience in both those sort of fields. But yeah, just know, I think you know what you don't want to go. I know what I don't want to go into. Like I can't be in a normal job with a HR team in place because I'm not going to last very long. Like I love people.
Yeah.
I want to be working with people. I love trying to get the best out of people. So I think, and rugby's what you know. Like I think it'd be a shame if I done so much time in it and got so much experience, and I just went off and did something else, which I played around the idea with at one stage. But I think too good to
you know your passion.
Yeah,
that's cool. Play a coach Harbour next year.
Yeah, who knows? Watch this space. Add more to your plate. Why not? Just add another. Yeah. No.
Oh well, we have gone to the questions. What was the key to fitting in with Moana? You sort of might have mentioned.
Yeah, I may have. But I think, just like any environment, I think if you just go in and buy into whatever their sort of like their beliefs are, their values, I think that'll go a lot with the group, and then you just work as hard as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And be yourself as well. I think that's a massive thing.
Yeah.
Like I haven't tried to be anyone different, haven't tried to talk or behave differently. Bought into the things, the unique things that group offers, but yeah, fundamentally just been myself.
Yeah.
And then try to add as much as possible.
And just rip in. Like it.
Yeah, get to know everyone and show how much you care.
It goes on to the next one. What handshake do you greet people with these days?
I reckon we'll make a call as on the approach. Whether we're just like a strong under. And I find some people I don't think want to go for an under.
Yeah.
Sort of do want an over, but I think I'll just keep the range good in the shoulder and still go on an under. And but most people well now I think is an over.
It is. Yeah. Oh, nice.
I think the world's but yeah, definitely a first time. It's probably a stern handshake.
Yeah. Would that be in the UK as well? Would you still be over?
Yeah, all your mates. Yeah, you're over with all your mates.
Oh, yeah.
If you're any sort of a formal deal, you're going into break.
Yeah, how good. The big, strong grip. Yeah. Okay, tell us about the book you got for Secret Santa in Gloucester.
I've had some awful books. It could have been. I think I've blanked it out of my mind. It could be like the person might then get their message in if I'm wrong. It might have been something horrific, like 7 ways to be interesting, which just obviously like the group absolutely loved. And I'm just like stood there like, oh, this is I'm well interested. And then like people are like, no, you're not. And I was like, it's just a generic gift. I'd like just try and bat it off like that. It's just a generic gift. They're like, no, mate. It's just like, so they obviously
There's
cut.
meaning.
Yes, there's a real meaning behind this. Sort of just like in the car just before we go home. But no, I think that was the one. There's been some rippers at like Gloucester Secret Santa's. Like, is a good. Boys go hard. Really
That's so
hard.
good. Okay, next one. Why is it that every time he has a beer, his feet swell up and his feet turn into pig trotters?
Oh yeah, well I don't know. It's a medical phenomenon.
No one's worked it out.
No one's worked it out. Yeah, I'm a sweller, like in general. But yeah, just if I go one day on the piss, the body might be able to like handle it. But if I go back to back on a end of season social or a stag do, the knees and the ankles are going to swell up just being at the end of a tool body, and they take the brunt of it. But yeah, it's one particular time. I think we were one of the boys' stag do's in my band.
Your one again.
Not my one. Yeah, someone else's. Could be mine. Not my impromptu stag this time. But yeah, I think we were overseas somewhere hot. Big 2 days drinking, and then playing on the way home. I remember everyone's in a real dark pool of regret and sweat on the plane on the way back. And I remember it was like the plane. I don't know why, but I decided, I think I had like flip flops and these shoes, and Converse were in at the time. Gone and got myself like a pair of these like white clean leather Converse. And I remember sitting on the plane like, oh, my feet are but like, and then the plane light's delayed and it's like it's missed its landing zone. It's going round and round and round. There's sweat coming out of everywhere. And I remember we got back. I remember right, as soon as my bag comes off the thing, I need to get my flip flops back on and get these Converse off. I remember sat down at the airport near the belt and I was just like, what has happened? And they just like basically looked like they'd exploded. And then like kind of like squeezed my flip flops on that was bursting out of all angles all over the side, and got back to like whoever's giving me a lift back. The lads just like, so it's just like trotters, picture, WhatsApp groups. So done. I don't know why. Just compression from now on in. You learn the hard way. Reflected and now.
What do you do now? You put
just shoes straight off. Compression socks and shoes straight off. No more stag do's in hot places. Just punishing yourself.
I even notice if I drink too much for too long, I get it in the shins. Like if I push my shin, you get the depths.
Yeah, but yeah.
But you get the big.
Did the photo get sent in?
Hey?
Did the photo get sent in?
The Pharaoh?
The photo?
Oh no, the photo didn't.
No evidence. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't.
No evidence.
It wasn't too bad.
But I might be able to get it.
It's being talked up.
Okay. Next one. This came in a few times. What happened to his bicep?
Oh, the bicep. Oh yeah. So my arm. Yeah, I detached it at the top. So yeah, I was out first year of super against. We were out in Perth. At about 10 minutes in, I just got my arm caught funny in a maul. I think I was going after a seam. I think it wasn't even a maul. Like they were going for a bunter play, and I was trying to nose through a bit of a gap. And I just felt like my arm straightened like real aggressively.
Yeah.
And I just felt like a little twang, but like nothing, honestly, nothing to think about. You were injured.
Yeah.
Played on for another 10 minutes or so. You just feel like a bit of a pull in my arm. And then we got like a series of penalties on their goal line, and we were like mauling. And I think it was like that back lifter. Obviously in there, it's just horrific. You're just bracing in, just eyes closed, just push as hard as you can. I was just like, why does my arm feel so weird? And then we eventually got the maul. I don't know if we got the maul over or the subsequent pick over. And I run back to the halfway and I was like, Doc, my arm feels ridiculous. And she's like, pull my sleeve up. And it's like, yeah, like look down there. And it's just,
holy heck.
So it's gone. So I detached it from the top, but she like took me off straight away. And then sort of like a bit of consultation, she spoke to a specialist and she was like, oh yeah, which I've done it to the other side. It was a big 4-month out job. I've done it to the left side. And if it comes off from the bottom, I'm no expert. I think that controls majority of your up and your rotation.
Yeah.
I think it's only one attachment at the top, so you can just play on without it.
Oh, so you keep playing?
So I had a week, it gave me a week off.
Yeah.
So I had a week off and then played the following week.
Oh, far out.
In reasonable amount. Like,
Yeah.
It was one of those, I got a call on the Sunday from Tom Coventry, and he's like, yeah, how's like, because I think they went off, that we flew back and then the team went back off to play the Brumbies, I think. So we were like, so flew everyone back. Team maybe left again on the Tuesday to go out and play the Brumbies. So it had like no chat with the coaches sort of like that week, and they'd got back late on the Sunday or whatever. It's like, what, right, just checking. So I'd done a bit of review preview, and it went from like a review preview to how's your arm feeling? And I was like, look, like they said there's like it's not obviously not surgery, great news. Like, it's sort of like you can play when you can tolerate it.
Yeah.
So I like sort of trained Monday. I'd done like a bit of non-contact lift, like it was okay, and like walked through an install level. And then, just was watching the team selection come up on the Tuesday, and it just like video screens up, and I'd had no comms before. It was just like front row gets names, first lock, so sort of like top. I hadn't really tested it like I'm in, and it survives. It functioned. Like it was a bit sore at the start, but like I said, it looks. My kids find it hilarious now, just like the muscle egg, and it looks like obviously Popeye's arms.
Yeah,
so.
good party track. Give us a look.
So it's just literally so it's come off at the top, and it's just obviously like a huge gap on that side. It's all just pulled.
And what's the other one?
Well, the other one's not amazing, but like the other one, because I detached the other one from the, see the scar there, so I've like detached the other one, so I've like done the reverse on each arms, but they used to be a reasonable pair of arms, and now I've got one good arm between them.
They're massive arms though.
Yeah, I probably when I was, I don't train arms, I don't anymore, but probably when I first got in the gym, I probably got a bit carried away on the arms training when I was a young gun there.
Is it strong, even though it looks like that?
Yeah, it's like it's
strong as ever.
Back up to where it needs to be to go out and function. Nothing's as strong as ever. Is it? You're playing rugby. It's probably the worst thing you can do for your strength scores. But no, it's function.
Oh man, right. That's fascinating. Okay, the difference between Premiership and Super Rugby in your eyes?
Yeah, speed
of Super Rugby.
Yeah, speed, and I think the athletes this side of the world, I reckon, are better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just quicker, more dynamic. I think it's like reason. I think it's right. Yeah, release like crazy gene pool over like both sides of the world. And that like crazy gene pool.
Yeah.
Over here, I reckon like line out wise, I reckon people are like quicker off the floor and stuff like that. So I think, more. Yeah, I think they're just more athletic over here.
Yeah.
And I think the guys back home are just built for like that slightly slower paced game because they have to play through that attritional weather. Yeah. So I think they're just like you're molded to what your environment is fundamentally. But there'd be like loads of reasons why. But I reckon Super's a bit quicker. They each are just as physical because bodies are as big as one another. And like look at people even just popping up in the back lines now. It's just like they're as big as forwards and rapid. But bit pace up. But obviously I think there'd be stats around it. But ball in play is probably a little bit more. Desire to play is a little bit probably there. But Prem, you've just got to like learn to grind it out, drive out your 22 with a pen, walk you out the field with pens.
Yeah.
Not as much of that here. You find teams will run and play.
Yeah. Have you noticed the set piece being less of a weapon?
No, just in like different way. Like it's just done in different ways though. I just think, and also rugby's progressed a lot. It's just evolving all the time. Isn't it? So I haven't played in the Premiership for 6 years. I've been overseas for 6 years now. So the Premiership's evolved as well in that sense. But I just think, it's not just, there's so many ways to deliver ball now, isn't it? Like nines at front, backs in line outs, like people bouncing out, people looping round. Which I think's probably come in heaps over the creative side of it's come in heaps over the last 6 years. I think that's the exciting bit of it, like the curious creative people finding new ways. To deliver stuff, and then people see what works, see what's hard to defend, and people bolt that on, don't they? But I think in layman's terms, bit quicker, a bit more set piece orientated.
The other thing's always the kick chase. I watch the kick chase and the kicking games of.
But I think like people have adopted that level of kick chase detail over here now because they realise like how important that side is, and even that has had rule changes and evolved. In terms of like chasing lines and horseshoeing around, but like some ridiculous 8 people horseshoed around a player. Like it's Premiership people like, that they can't even touch, can't lay a finger on it. We're like one man chase just gets leathered. Obviously again that you've got to adapt.
That was one thing definitely in Japan I noticed was the kick chase and kick game was basically non-existent.
Maybe just like one area, like because everyone's like. I think the Japanese would very quickly forget, like, they just don't want to get sprayed for not going 100%. And would probably have no concern of the man left or right of him. So it's like, I don't want to get in trouble for like not going 100% because that's all they know. And then it's like, but someone to the left or right of you might be a forward and not as quick as you. And like, makes for an exciting game.
High scoring.
Makes for a high scoring game, mate. And back three, loving life.
Okay, who do you think will win the World Club Comp? I think it's in 28.
Top. I reckon the times of the year are going to come into play. Aren't they? Like, who's a team because a team might be overdone, a team might be underdone. Class thing, yeah. So can I just, it's a super team versus, is it Super's best versus Europe's best?
Yeah, I think it's the top 6 of Super. So
Yeah.
Moana could be in there. Top 6 of top 14,
Yeah.
Premiership, every comp basically. Couple from Japan, I think. Even
Yeah,
go.
really like, yeah. Yeah, I reckon that's going to go down like, yeah, the top Super versus the top sort of European. Like they could, because obviously like there are the traditionally best teams over here in Super and still got super strong set piece and
Yeah.
will negate a set piece as well. So it's an exciting thing. It's going to go down on the day, isn't it? But yeah, weather conditions might play a part.
Yeah.
I know, it's exciting.
Well, it's interesting, eh?
Yeah, it's like, there's a few factors to go in on that. Yeah, time of year and like, who's at where, who's available, like if international players are allowed to.
Oh, they have to be, eh? Or else it
Surely,
would just be.
But it's great to see.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going to win the Rugby World Cup?
It's hard to like the depth South Africa are building, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
England are becoming in a good spot as well. Like they've had an awesome series just now, but yeah, they built some real good depth. I think it's like a few factors around it. I think they've been smart around how they've allowed the people to go, like their superstars are allowed to go and leave and play elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Like they're getting experiences from all over those teams. South Africa haven't got to pay top whack from either.
Yeah.
And then in that, they're not filling holes in South African teams where they've allowed to bring heaps of talent through and blood loads of talent. So, you've got all those superstars, and which they also seem to do well is like this alignment piece. I didn't play with any, but we had some of the Cannon Eagles players like Faf de Klerk and Jesse Krill in my same building in Japan. And they'd have those alignment meetings like really regularly. So I just think they're smart around keeping everyone on the same page. They seem, quite creative on the way they do things with some of the tech and innovative on those things as well. So yeah, they've got those superstars going away in leagues, learning and looking after themselves there. And then that's aligned with like all that talent coming through.
Yeah.
Just through getting good rugby exposure in the URC and the Curry Cup. And all of a sudden you've got like a real competitive core, haven't you? So yeah, hard to look beyond those guys, but yeah, it's on the day thing, isn't it? Top nations, like you look at
small margins, eh?
France got an awesome league set up now. You just look at how big it is over there with like 2 pro leagues and the way that's supported. Ireland, super good. Yeah, Ireland, England going well. Obviously, New Zealand always going to be. Aussie, going to still been some real positives there around the Lions tour as well. So I think it makes for such a good World Cup.
Yeah, and you talk about set piece and geez, South Africa. Set piece time.
It's just crazy, isn't it? Like, it's what they're doing to people.
Brutal, eh?
And it's like, not even like, you can't even be like, oh, it's because he's playing against such and such.
yeah.
So it's like, no, that's like 3rd best team in the world.
Yeah.
And they're like Lions front row.
Yeah.
And they're picking them up. Like, what are they feeding those boys?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing something right in there, aren't they? Because they've just got machines, and then they're allowing their guys to get to that big size where they're looking after around the pitch as well, and they're still playing a part because you can't have that either. That it can just do that. But, no, they're causing some damage up front.
They deserve to be favourites. Okay. Best player you've ever played with? You mentioned a few before, but you played with a fair few.
Yeah, it's like so many. Yeah, I've been like so lucky to play with like some absolute world class people. Yeah, whether against, I think like some of the ones like just from back home, like the most consistent guys, I think as well. Like they might not have played for like top level, but guys at Gloucester now, like Billy 12trees, I spent a lot of my time with, just like machine, like 30 games a year, every year, just like at a real consistent level, like whole package as well. Like delivers every week for the group as well. Like a real team man. Like you see that Lewis Ludlow as well. I think he's just played his 250th in his early 30s. Like just machines, and they turn up every haven't had they've had a little bit of international experience, but like not as much as some of the others. But there's some of the other people. Over some of the superstars over in Japan are phenomenal. They've been awesome. Like those 410s. I know it's hard to get fired on that. I'm not going to rank them. But some real special players.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, last question. Best piece of advice for a Woodley listener. And mate, for someone who's played so many games all around the world, and you've given bits of gold already, so
I think like so tight. I think like so many people say like if you want to be consistent and give yourself every chance. But I think you got to like, you're in environments where you're with successful people so much, like whether it's like the coaches that are in there, they'll have like so much knowledge, or the players, like your playing group as well, like just pick so much up off those guys and bolt it onto like what's working for them. Why are they doing something so well? Why are they the team every week? Like they'll have parts of what they're doing that are just like would be so valuable to what you do as well. And then like, because everyone in there is at like coached at the top of their game to be in a professional environment, those players are as well.
Yeah.
Work, like everyone says, work hard as well, but you got to like work smart, because I've been fallen guilty of this as well. Like I've probably overworked and tried too hard on those. So like work hard, but smartly as well, and get a good judgment of what working hard is. Because like my working hard and your working hard are two completely different things. There's no level on it, is it?
Yeah.
So if you're like, you might have worked the hardest you've ever worked, but you ain't working anywhere near hard enough.
Yeah.
And you might be way overdoing it. So yeah, just find a good soundboard on that as well, around someone that is doing well in that space that you want to be in, and try and copy a little bit of what they do. Because there's no barometer on that.
Yeah.
Know what you offer. Really know what you need to, what you add to team, make your strengths like super strengths, and then bolt on the rest so it's good enough to add to a team. Yeah, be yourself, enjoy the ride, because it goes real quick, as you know yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Jeez, there's plenty there. You're a wise man, hey?
Yeah, that's all I'm out.
I could have listened to your advice for hours. That was impressive.
But no, like I think, just be curious, be a real good student of the game as well.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you coming on. It's been awesome to get you on.
Yeah,
Willie was not wrong that you are one of the greatest all-time lads.
I'm not sure.
And still giving back and playing so well. And mate, looking forward to following your journey this year and the next 2 years with Moana. And
thanks very much. Thank you for having me.
See you throughout the season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll touch base.
Yeah.
Keep safe. Oh, we'll go under.
You're a lad.
Well, there you have it. Thanks to Betcha for bringing you this episode. If you enjoyed it, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments.